A long, long time ago, people on Earth were very, very bad. They had forgotten God and did many bad things. This made God very sad. He decided to send a great flood to clean up the earth. But there was one good man, Noah. God decided to save Noah and his family. God spoke to Noah and told him about the flood. God gave Noah a very important job. He asked Noah to build a big ark. The ark would look like a giant boat. It would protect Noah, his family, and many animals during the flood. Noah listened to God. He believed in God's plan, even though it sounded strange. Noah knew that God was good and fair. He trusted God, even though he didn't fully understand it. Noah promised God that he would build the ark. He would do exactly what God asked him to do. Noah wanted to obey God and follow his plan. Noah started building the ark. God gave Noah clear instructions. He told him how long, wide, and tall the ark needed to be. God also told him what materials to use and how to build it. Noah followed God's instructions. He wanted to make sure the ark was strong and safe. Building the ark was a huge job. It took Noah and his family many years to finish it. They worked hard every day, chopping wood, nailing planks, and making the ark waterproof. People who passed by laughed at Noah and his family. They thought the idea of a great flood was very strange. Noah didn't let the people discourage him. He kept working hard on the ark, trusting in God's plan. He knew that God would keep his promise. When the ark was finished, God told Noah to take 2 of every animal, 1 male and 1 female. This way, the animals could have babies after the flood. Noah obeyed God and gathered the animals. Soon, everything was ready. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives went into the ark. They brought all the animals inside. Then God closed the door of the ark. It started to rain. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights straight. It rained a tremendous amount. The water rose higher and higher. The ark began to float on the water. The water covered the entire earth. All the mountains and hills were covered. All the people and all the bad things were washed away. Only Noah, his family, and the animals in the ark were safe. Inside the ark, it was dark and noisy. The animals were restless, and outside, the storm raged. Noah and his family prayed to God. They thanked him for protecting them. They trusted that God would take care of them. Finally, the rain stopped. The water began to go down. The ark floated on the water for many more days. One day, the ark came to a stop. It had landed on Mount Ararat. Noah and his family were still in the ark. They couldn't see what was happening outside. They had to be patient and wait for God's timing. Noah sent out a raven to see if the water had gone down. The raven flew back and forth but found no dry land. Noah waited a little longer. Then he sent out a dove. The dove came back with an olive branch in its beak. Noah knew that the water was going down. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again. This time, the dove did not come back. Noah knew that the land was dry. God told Noah to come out of the ark. Noah and his family were so happy to be safe on dry land again. They thanked God for saving them. They stepped out of the ark into a fresh, clean world. The air smelled wonderful, and the sun felt warm on their skin. They heard the birds singing and saw the animals exploring their new home. God made a promise to Noah. He promised that he would never again send a flood to destroy the earth. As a sign of this promise, God placed a beautiful rainbow in the sky. Every time Noah and his family saw a rainbow, they were to remember God's promise. They knew that God loved them and would always keep his promises. The story of Noah and the ark teaches us important lessons. It teaches us about God's love and his desire for us to be good. It also teaches us about the importance of obeying God and trusting him. Noah's story reminds us that God keeps his promises. If we trust in God, we can be sure that he will always be with us, even in tough times. Like the rainbow, God's promises are a sign of hope and a reminder of his faithfulness. We can learn from Noah's example. Even when others doubted him, Noah obeyed God. He trusted in God's plan, even though it was hard. Just like Noah, we should always listen to God and trust his promises.